My name is Nestor Mryglod, and I'm offering my candidacy as an independent MLA for the Regina Wascana constituency. I want everyone to know why I've chosen to run for office in this election. Over the last 40 years, I've had a successful manufacturing business in Regina. Our company had plans to expand into a major supply source for the entire North American market. Our expansion plans would have created new employment, diversified our economic base, and put Regina on the map for buyers all over Canada and the United States. All of these benefits were lost when our previously approved expansion plans were suddenly destroyed by last-minute changes to the new Regina bypass route. We discovered that these changes were influenced by private sector developers and speculators who appeared to have connections with the elected officials in charge of this project. We have spent the last 8 years continually sending letters, publishing articles, and displaying our concerns on any other public forum we could find. Everyone should know that we have spent more for the 40 kilometers of Regina bypass than BC spent on the entire 324 kilometers of the Coquihalla Highway. In the process, it appears that a few well-connected developers and speculators made millions on land transactions sanctioned by our present government. The present government's reluctance to offer explanations or to be transparent with the details of these transactions only serves to support suspicion. We all need to know, where did the money go? To date, we have been blocked at every turn by the present government whenever we've tried to hold them accountable and get some answers as to why we were treated so much differently than a select group of investors who have made millions at the expense of Saskatchewan taxpayers. From where we sit, it looks like lining the pockets of their partisan supporters is more important than the true economic diversification and the support of primary manufacturing, which is badly needed in our part of the country. The traditional sources of resource income have been under assault in recent years and have already negatively impacted our provincial economy. This has left us in a weakened condition, even before the COVID crisis forced more economic restrictions upon us. Now we must contend with the need to protect each other while sacrificing our freedom of movement and dealing with contradictory recommendations and guidelines that are confusing and inconsistent in their applications. We lack accountability and transparency from our present government. We now add leadership and responsibility to the missing ingredients. We have conflicting direction to restrict attendance in bars, restaurants, and churches as little as 30% of their rated capacity while telling our schools that they are on their own to figure out how to provide the same level of protection to our most precious resource, that of our children and the future generation that must build on whatever legacy we can leave them. So far, the legacy is one of duplicity, lack of responsibility, and most important, true leadership. As a businessman, I understand the challenges of leadership. I owe no political party my allegiance, nor am I doing this for the income. I will gladly donate my salary to local charity. It's time we had transparency, accountability, and courageous leadership from our elected officials. I am volunteering to be the voice of reason within our legislature. Your vote for me will provide at least one voice that cannot be suppressed by any political party's policy or agenda. I invite you to join me in sending a clear message to our governing authorities. It's time to get some clear answers and new rules that require full disclosure when decisions are being made that affect us all. I am committed to these objectives. I'm also asking you all to join me in this effort. When you vote for Nestor Mryglod, you're communicating your desire for change to everybody in the political arena. Let's get their attention. It's time we got some clear answers and new rules that require full disclosure when decisions are being made that affect us all. I'm committed to these objectives. I am also asking you all to join me in this effort. When you vote for Nestor Mryglod, you're communicating your desire for change to everyone in the political arena. Let's get their attention.